Hey everybody, I'm Brooke, the food scientist here at Blue Alpine, and today we're gonna freeze dry some citrus. Because these are all citrus, we're just gonna run them at the same setting in the machine, and then when they're done, we're gonna try a few fun things with them, so stick around for that. All right, so after washing them, we're just gonna slice them up in really thin slices and then put them on the trays. One of the first things we want to try is putting sugar on all the different citrus slices just to see if it's a good snack. We're going to dip them in sugar as well as sprinkle some on, but I'm not sure if it will make much of a difference. Sometimes it's just easier to sprinkle it on than to dip it. We're also going to try zesting an orange to see if it works well, but I kind of wonder if the volatile flavors and the zest will be lost in the freeze drying process, but it still might be a good option just because freeze-dried food is so convenient. Because of this membrane, we decided that we're gonna test some just as is, but also some puncturing it to see if it changes the structure and the water loss, because this may be harder to freeze dry with that membrane intact. These ones I'm gonna leave plain, and then these ones I'm going to poke with a fork. It's also called rasping, where you just poke some holes. You kind of have to do this with lots of different fruits, especially blueberries. Blueberries have to be punctured in some way or else the water just does not escape. So these are our rasp ones, our regular ones, our sugar covered ones, our grapefruit, oranges, limes, and lemons. All right, so let's put these in the freeze dryer and see how they do. All right, let's see how they are. Limes, grapefruit. Just comparatively, you can see like the sugar that bubbled up versus just the sugar that was in the fruit. Kind of the difference. You can see it especially with this one. Like, look at that. I'm excited to try this one. We have our orange zest, which I am interested to see how orangey it actually is. I think I mentioned this before, but the flavors in orange zest are very volatile, so I wonder if it kind of just evaporated with the water. So let's just try this right now. I don't really taste anything. Like, I do a little bit, but, and actually the more I chew on it, the more it's kind of good. I don't know. Depending on how you want to use it, this could actually be a really good option. So we have our oranges that were punctured and our oranges that weren't. And every one of the oranges that weren't split in the same spot, but these ones stayed a little more intact. And you can see basically where the holes were, where the bubbles are. Let's give it a taste. I kind of like it. I'm sure my face doesn't say that I liked it, but it's like unique, very unique. I really want to try the sugar covered ones because those look divine. I think I'm gonna start with the lime just because that's my favorite. Whoa! It's still very sour. Woo! But kind of fun, especially if you like sour things. Okay, let's do the grapefruit and oh yeah, that's like candy. Like, I mean, there's a lot of sugar on this, you can see. This one's a little easier to eat. Definitely not the same as an actual candied citrus, like orange or something, but kind of fun to try. I don't really want to do this lemon. It's sour. Oh, this might be a little too sour, even with the sugar. But that's a good sign, because that means that all these freeze-dried lemons, are gonna have lots of flavor. So you can powder them and use them in like your food or your cooking. I think it'd be really fun to try with some sort of like baked good, because it was just a lot of flavor, a lot of punch. 10 out of 10. Now, just to show you how useful freeze-dried citrus can be, we're gonna try a few things. To make lemon powder, you could put them in a blender or a food processor, but because they are freeze-dried, we're just gonna put them in a bag and try smashing them. We're just gonna toss it in here. Honestly, a blender works better. Whoa, look how pretty that is. She's gorgeous. She's so sparkly too. There is our concentrated lemon. So I have some sugar in here and I'm gonna add some lemon powder, probably about a little more than a tablespoon. And then let's add some water. Swirl the brandy. Let it fully rehydrate. It's honestly not that different from a fresh lemonade. I probably could put more lemon in it, but yeah, pretty good. Next, we're gonna make a lemon pepper concoction with the rest of this. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And then I'm gonna try this on some chicken later. Ooh, it smells good. I don't think I should try it just like this, but just because you don't really know until you taste it on food, but you know I'm gonna do it. It actually tastes good. I might have put too much salt in there, but it'll be good on chicken, so. So I'm excited to try this on some chicken. And honestly, citrus in general is really useful. So the freeze-dried version of citrus is even more useful because it's shelf stable. My first thought is obviously like you can use it for marinades and rubs and any sort of savory dish that you would use any of this for, but also baked goods obviously would be really useful. So we're actually planning on using some of the citrus in a baked good recipe in the future, so stay tuned for that. Have a good day.